In this example, the ISP has given us the network address of 2001 0CAD B023 : 48. So we have 48 bits that we're starting with in our global routing prefix. The directions here are to subnet up to a /64. That means I'm going to use all 4 nibbles, or all 16 bits, in the 4th hextet, the subnet ID. Now notice here it's telling us to use the first subnet nibble for the colleges. So here's Phoenix College, Glendale College, and Mesa College, right? So these are all part of Maricopa Community Colleges. So again, what's happened here is Maricopa Community Colleges has been given the 2001 0CAD B023/48 as the starting network. Now, as the network administrator, I'm going to set up some addresses. The next directions is to use the last subnet nibble for the departments. All right, so Phoenix College. Now, I'm just going to use simple addressing, okay? And I'll use the letters for the colleges. It's going to look like this. So 2001 CAD, I'm going to go ahead and use compression here. And then B023. Now it's said to use the first subnet nibble for the colleges. So I'm going to give Phoenix College A. Okay, so Phoenix College is going to get A. And now this is going to be a /52. Why is it a /52? The reason is because right now I'm just figuring out the network address for the colleges. I haven't yet broken them down into different departments. So 2001, that's 16 bits. CAD, that is another 16 bits, which takes me up to 32. B023 takes me up to 48. And now I'm just using the first nibble in the 4th hextet. That's 4 bits. So 48 plus 4 is what gives me the 52. I'm going to get up to the 64 using the departments. All right, so Glendale, 2001. And let me just go ahead and add the 0 CAD so we can see all of the hex values. B023. Now this one is going to be B000 : 52. Let's come down to Mesa, 2001 0CAD B023 C000 : 52. Okay. Now I'm going to break down the networks a little bit smaller, and I'm going to give each department its own network address. So notice this says use the last subnet nibble for the departments. All right, so Phoenix College, it's going to be 2001 CAD B023. Now the network piece of it is the same. So the A is the same because Phoenix College, all of these college departments belong to the same network, but we want to give them their own granularity so that all of the end devices in administration belong to one network. All of the end devices in the IT department belong to the same network. College enrollment to the same network. So here's what I'm going to do. A001 : 64. So now I have used all 4 hex values. So I have now got myself up to the 64. 16 plus 16 is 32, plus another 16 is 48, plus another 16 bits, that is 64. All right, so I'm going to just do a little shortcut here. Oops, I don't like that. 2001 0CAD B023 A002 ::64. 2001, 0CAD B023 A003 : 64. Now let me just go ahead and do what the address would be. Okay, so this is me looking at an end device and assuming that I'm going to do static addressing instead of auto configuration and dynamic addressing. So the whole first part, remember, is the route is the global routing prefix plus the subnet ID. So all of this part stays the same because remember, all of these PCs belong to the same network. So this would be 0CAD B023 A001. Now I'm going to go : and I'm just going to say like 10/64. If we go back to how many hextets there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, I see 5 hextets. That means this double colon represents 3 sets of zeros. Okay, so that would be an IP address for the Phoenix College administrators. What could be an IP address for the Phoenix College IT department? 2001, let's see, A002, because it needs to belong to the IT department, : and again, I can say whatever I want. I'm going to say /64, okay, because I'm statically assigning it. And this is the unique host. This is an end device. So as long as it's a unique address, it'll go through. It'll be just fine. 2001, 0CAD B023 A003, because this PC belongs to the enrollment office, : and I'll just say the 10 again. Okay. The last 64 bits are all the unique IPv6 addresses. It's the unique host portion. Okay, so Glendale, 2001, 0CAD B023 B001, : 64. 2001, 0CAD B023 B002. It needs to have a unique network. 2001, 0CAD B023 B003. Okay, again, so notice here, this is Glendale College. All these departments belong to the B network, but each department has its own unique piece of the subnet ID so that they belong to their own LAN, their own network. I'm just giving my end devices an address, a unique address. Now, in the world of IPv6, just like the world of IPv4, I can set up static configuration where I'm manually entering the IPv6 addresses, or we can do auto configuration. I have another video about auto configuration because there's a few different ways to auto configure addresses in the world of IPv6. Oops. And 64. And then lastly, Mesa. Okay, and again, it would be exactly the same. I'm just going to shorten this a little bit, right? And I would give it a unique address, but it's going to have this 2001. Let's see if I can copy this. There we go. It has to come from the same network so that it knows where it belongs. Seems like it's as fast to just type it. Okay. All right, I hope that this helps. Remember, subnetting, we're going to use the 4th hextet. I can do it however I want. I just want to follow whatever my company's policies and procedures are. That's all for this example.